find some products, but I don't know what would be necessary for.
And I have fresh ginger if anybody needs it for anything.
Great.
That's a beautiful one.
These are the best, the white mushroom.
Yeah.
These are very precious and expensive.
And they are very tasty, those
They are very
because
tasty.
they don't get like soggy. They stay. They're good.
Yeah, they are good.
Oh, and that one too with the red top.
Where's Hannah and
Hey guys, a woodworker.
Yes.
Years ago.
And we have more.
People had the time.
Yeah.
Дощовому, похмурому Хельсінкі я дуже скучаю за місіньки, за моїм солодким котиком і її пухнастим животиком. І проєкт для хаб Feenix Magic Forest Trail починається з того, що я назбирала в лісі ось такі чудові каміння. Ось цей взагалі має такий, наче відбиток лапи на ньому. Вони всі різних форм, різних кольорів, і я буду на них малювати. А сьогодні я буду займатися тим, що я гарно помию їх від землі і залишу на ніч сушитися. Пішла я сьогодні в ліс назбирати ягід. Хочу пиріг спекти. От назбирала брусниці. Йду по лісі, дивлюся, олень стоїть і жре білий гриб. Він мене побачив, втік. Білий гриб я забрала. Пахучий такий, боже. О! Ну я думаю, після оленя можна їсти гриб. Ну і взагалі, попри ягоди, я досить непогано сходила сьогодні за грибами. У мене тут є, зараз покажу, білі, лисички. Є гриби. Я вирішила, я переселяюся жити в Фінляндію. І це питання не в мужиках, не в котах. Це питання того, що тут просто дохуїща грибів. Просто йдеш по дорозі і ростуть отакі от білі. Ростуть отакі от білі. І їх просто куча. І цілий кульок підосиновиків, підберезовиків, маслюків, білих знову ж таки. Ну ви бачите це? Я переселяюся жити в Фінляндію. Виходжу зранку на двір, а на травичці вже іній. Травичка вже покрита шаром замерзлої водички. Я тут грибочок знайшла білий. Я можу під тим грибочком і під парасолею від дощу ховатись. Отакий. Зараз я вам покажу, чим я займалася в Фінляндії місяць. Це мій вклад у проект Magic Forest Trail для мистецької резиденції Hub Feenix. Це картини на каміннях, які залишаться в лісі. Це є мій перший site-specific project. Ось, і було дуже цікаво працювати з цими каміннями. Це включало в себе таку роботу, як вишукувати ці каміння в лісі, деколи викопувати їх з землі руками, носити їх в майстерню на 4-й поверх пішки, мити їх щіткою з милом, щоб забрати всю органіку з поверхні, сушити їх, перевертати, досушувати і тоді придумати, як розказати одну когерентну історію зцілення на багатьох каміннях. Enjoy! Це є камені вогню. Камінь снігу. Камені дощу. Камені насіння. Є ще два. Камінь неба. Це є сонце, місяць, зірки, камені грибів. Ще один камінь грибів і камені лісових істот, духів. 2 камені горювання, камені болю, камені вітру, ще один камінь снігу, камінь озера з русалками, камінь говоріння, камені тиші. Тут проростають шишки. Ось такі шишечки. Камені пір'я – це про легкість. І камені очей – про яснобачення. Ось такий проект я створюю. Далі я вам покажу, як він буде виглядати вже в лісі. Сьогодні я буду їх покривати багатьма шарами лаку, і тоді я буду розміщувати їх в лісі. Ось таким матовим лаком я зараз буду задувати камінчики. Буду це робити в декілька шарів з просушкою, щоб вони витримали погоду зимою в лісі і могли стояти під снігом. Як правильно відмітити День грибника? Треба піти в ліс і знайти гриб. Опа! Вітаю з Днем грибника! От я вже доробила свій проект з камінцями для Magic Forest Trail у хаб Feenix в мистецькій резиденції Фінляндії. І зараз я починаю, власне, розташовувати камінці в рамках цього Magic Forest Trail. І першими будуть лежати камені горювання. Камені горювання будуть розташовуватись тут. Далі йдуть камені роту. Травма в більшості зосереджена в роті, як стиснуті щелепи, неможливість висловити своє незадоволення та неможливість подати свій голос. Також про травму не можна говорити, бо це соромно. Тут на пні камені вогню біля грибів. Вогонь випалює цю травму і допомагає їй зцілитися, переродитися в щось зовсім нове. Згорає основна частина травми, відвалюється самий більший кусок, стає трохи краще видно. І коли вже трохи щось видно, починає дути вітер. Приходить легкість разом зі свіжим лісовим повітрям. Приходить справжня легкість. Наші думки стають легшими, ніж пір'їни. І тоді проливається цілющий дощ, який остаточно змиває все старе, непотрібне, заскорузле і мертве. І від цієї цілющої водички все живе, кожна насіниночка починає проростати. І проростають шишки, перетворюючись у великі пахучі сосни. Проростає кожна зелена рослинка, все живе. І виростають грибочки. Потім приходить ніч, яка є природньою серединою, переходом між днем та ніччю. Я приїхала сюди з сумкою повною важкого каміння, які я довгі роки збирала по всіх усюдах. Ті камені було важко нести, але чомусь я не хотіла їх покинути. Вони були наповнені спогадами, тінями з минулого. Вони складали канву мого життя. Але вони заважали мені йти далі. І саме тут я можу їх залишити, в лісі. Саме тут я можу їх відпустити. Коли я приїхала сюди, мій рот та щелепи були міцно стиснутими і мені було важко говорити. Так багато всього я тримала в собі. Мені хотілося усамітнюватися, бути в лісі одній, купатись в озері, грітись на сонці. Тільки би ні про що нікому не розповідати. І сонце помаленьку випалювало все зайве з моєї душі. Гріло мене, наповнювало спокоєм і безпекою. Мені з'явився вогонь, жага до життя, радість від прокидання зранку, радість від ходьби по лісі, радість від збору лісових дарів, радість дарувати людям. І коли з'явився вогонь, все стало краще видно. Дерева, озеро, лісові олені та зайці, гриби та ягоди. Все стало чіткішим. Все задзвеніло життям. Мої очі розплющились і раділи світу, частиною якого я є. Тепер я дивлюсь на світ очима Бога і Його вухами слухаю, і Його серцем люблю. Бог проживає себе через мене. І я бачу просто крізь речі. Я бачу суть, і я готова її бачити. Я більше від неї не закриваюсь. Вітер підіймає в небо пір'їни птахів, грається, бешкетує. Він сміється, зупиняється, а тоді знову зривається з місця. А пір'їни поволі опадають на землю і губляться в опалому листі посеред грибів. Губляться в пахучій землі, покритій м'яким мохом. Землі, яка чекає теплого осіннього дощу, щоб народити. Родючій землі, плодоносній, повній та цілісній. Землі, з якої ми всі зліплені і у яку повернемось нашій матері та праматері, нашого тіла та плоті. І земля щедро дає. Проростають насінини та жолуді, трави, спори грибів, мох, соснові шишки. Земля вкривається ароматними рослинами, мов шатами святковими. Вона святкує урожай перед приходом зими, коли вона відпочиватиме під снігом. Поки земля дарує нам численні дари, які ми можемо їсти, і з яких можемо будувати своє тіло. Зимою прийде ніч, опаде сніг, і землі буде тепло і затишно спати під снігом. Вона бачитиме сни про своїх дітей, на неї світитиме місяць і зірки, і в ній робитимуть нори і схованки звірі, які залишились зимувати вдома в лісі. А потім знову прийде сонце. Поки я бачила це все, вдихала, відчувала, любила, творила, збирала, спала. За мною з-за листків спостерігали невидимі лісові жителі, духи лісу та озерні русалки. Вони дивились і раділи. Вони свідчили моє зцілення. Вони були зі мною і ніжно торкались кінчиками пальців та маленькими кіхтиками моєї спини, коли я збирала гриби.
And then it's Olena.
Okay. So I need to connect this.
Yeah. Take this away.
Uh-huh.
Just put it.
And then
Good, it works. First of all, I would love to start with a poem which really describes the way how I treat my art and what I use it for. I'll bring you to the silent waters when you feel embarrassed, not well adjusted to this world and forgotten. I'll bring you to the silent waters when you feel as if not loved anymore. I'll bring you to the silent waters when you listen to the process of aging rather than enjoying life. I'll bring you to the silent waters when you haven't got the energy. I'll bring you to the silent waters when you seek serenity inside of you and you couldn't find it. You will drink this water and wash in it, and you will turn into a child and will run to the field or to the forest or to the river, to where time is no longer in charge. You'll narrow your eyes looking at the sun. You will walk barefoot on the grass. You will speak to animals. You will rest your sleepy head on a starched pillow. The most silent waters are at home, in the yard of grandmother's house where she put buckets and basins to collect rainwater. I am a visual artist from Lviv, Ukraine, and before the war started, my art practice was concentrated around the notions of human inborn loving kindness and the feelings of safety and the feelings of harmony. But with the beginning of the war, it all changed, and now I start to explore the trauma and healing the trauma and the post-trauma recovery. I believe that art is a great thing in psychosomatic healing, and it can heal both the artists and both the people who view the art. So I will just, to make my story short, I will just show you some of my paintings and provide some explanations, because usually all my paintings are paired with the text narratives, which are very important, and now you will see. So that's about me, and this artwork is called "Blessed is who came, who left, and who stayed." Here we see the person, and we see that some crows are taking the spondylus out of the spine. That means that depicts the feeling of loss when people who we love leave us or die, and we feel as if we don't have like the spine, we don't have what to carry on, we don't have what to rely on, but this skeleton is absolutely full and healthy. That means that we can grow this inner strength inside of ourselves, and we can rely on ourselves solely. And this painting is called Children Bury the Beetle. And in this painting I wanted to speak about the sadness and the grief, and how the grief, which is very hard to bear and which is actually impossible to live through, it can be transformed into sadness. And sadness is a very adult feeling. It's a very coherent feeling. It's a feeling that we can live through. It's a feeling that can be on the background, absolutely together with happiness and joy. This is something that can be present. And here we can see that the children buried and a dead beetle in the fallen leaves and went home play again. And we see the new seeds are germinating, and the wise owl is observing all of this. And Ganmushpia is a non-existent word I developed through going through the period of severe insomnia. And this artwork is dedicated to the novel of Franz Kafka, The Castle, which he didn't finish. And here we see the castle that has no road to get into. It's impossible to get inside. And it is very illogical, like all the parts of the building is one on top one another. So it's very illogical, same as our thinking when we cannot sleep. And the two snakes are trying to get inside. It's like the feeling of the panic attack. And my wedding bouquet is dedicated to the blaming, social blaming of women who do not get married in time. This is more for the women from Eastern Europe who are considered to be old when they are in their mid-30s, and if you don't get married, like all of your parents and grandparents and aunts say, oh, you are so unhappy, and why you don't get married, what's wrong with you? And here I depicted the skeleton and the kala flowers, which are the usual flowers for the bride. And hot sand also have, I developed this painting after I had a severe COVID. After that COVID, I have a very special effect in my ear. I always have the sound in my left ear. This is the sound of my heartbeat. And at first I was really wondering what can I do to get rid of it, but it's impossible, so I just get used. And so this painting depicts how I always literally listen into my heart. And this painting is Silent People. I made it with the beginning of the war. Here we see the people who are in argument. So this is literally 3 countries who were engaged in a conflict in the beginning. And they have no mouths. That means that it is impossible to solve this conflict by speaking, because there is nothing to speak with. And the whole situation reflects in a mirror which is full of blood, and the mirror just drips into the bowl. The House of Wind is also dedicated to the war. This is a made-up story about the woman who has a husband and 2 sons, and they went to the war and died. And without them, the house became very, very light and went up into the air. And the wind starts blowing through all of its windows and doors. And Forgetting Room is also a painting about the war. Here are like the jars with different things we would need to transform in ourselves to transformate ourselves after the war ends. In the first jar we see the snake. It's a Russia which is destroying itself. The second one is Ukraine, who protects the new Ukrainians, the children, our citizens. The third one is the disturbed sleep that we have through the silence, through the sirens. And the fourth one is the fish that is going down. That means that sometimes we lose hope. And all others are dedicated to the dead people, wounded, traumatized, murdered, killed, raped, and we see the fire, which transformative fire, which turned this all. And Simple Life is dedicated to the to-do lists. So we are all living in an age when we have a lot of things to do. Like I need to do everything, like marketing, Instagram, writing motivational letters, applying to different institutions. I have to do my own exhibitions. I have to do literally everything. And this man is just tired, and his house is on fire. That means that he has just so many things to do, and he decided just to have rest on the cloud, so let it all go away. And the cemetery of sleep is also the exploration of insomnia and how it connects to the sexuality. So this woman is literally burying in the ground the bowl with fruits, and these crystal bowls are usually very precious in Eastern European families. They are brought from grandmother to mother, from mother to daughter, and they are put in the middle of the table with fruits and sweets and something very, very nice. And this woman is burying it in the ground, that she is refusing her femininity. And the guilt is about the shoulder pain I had, which appeared in the funeral of my grandmother, which I loved her. She was my very close friend. And when she was in her funeral, when she died, I experienced that pain. And this was guilt that I couldn't help her. I couldn't help her stay alive and be with me. And she died after stroke. And this one is silence. It's about the muscle pain in the jaw bones, which is going through anger. I have it since the beginning of the war, because I have a lot of anger packed deeply inside of me, which I just cannot let go. And the shame, it's about the knees, because somehow I understood that the knee pain I experience sometimes are connected to the feeling of shame. And Ovogenesis, it's a painting about the inner space, which has to be protected, which is very, very sacred. It's like the inner fortress, and when we have the light inside, this light also comes out and other people can see, and we only have to have our inner candles lit. And this painting is the end of war, like the more Russians come into our land, the more we burn them. And this one is David, the psalm writer. It's about the God's will for all of us. Like this is the David. He is in the river with a candle, and he doesn't know that there is a big fish actually guiding his boat, and he doesn't know where he goes because it's a night, but still he's going the right way. And I forgive myself. This is more like psychotherapeutic issue, because we very often we hear that we need to accept ourselves as we are. We need to love ourselves. We need to forgive ourselves for not being that beautiful as we want to be, as smart as we want to be. And this process of forgiving yourself resembles me trying to hug a fish, because the fish is very slippery. It slips through your head and falls away, and it's very cold. And you wouldn't want to hug a fish because it's not a kitten, it's not a baby, it's something ugly. So this is this process. And the diptych happy body is also connected to the feelings of shame and to the fraud syndrome. And this is one of the last paintings. The time will take your hand and guide you to the easiest path. This is about refugees, because here we see the salmon in the blackberry bush, which is actually not the natural habitat of the salmon. So the salmon is taken from his place and to some other place, and he's in seek for the new home. And this painting is called Put Out the Fire in the Stoves. This is about the air attack, about the sirens, because when we have the sirens, we have a loudspeaker, and the man is speaking like, now you have to all go to the bomb shelter, take your animals, your kids, and take your elderly people, and turn off all the light, all the electronic equipments, and put out the fire in the stoves. And we always laugh because we don't have the fire, we don't have stoves, we have like electric stoves, but still this man has to say that. And raison d'être is a drop of blood in the bowl of milk. So these are like the two fundamental liquids from which life emerges. This is about feminine issues, about the mother issues, about the breastfeeding, about love, about aging. And this one is a floating population. I was working with the refugees from the eastern Ukraine, and I was trying to find a metaphor for people who flee the war and who can take only what they can take in their hands, like all rucksack, all backpack, and that's it. And someone is taking a cat, and so they cannot take a bag with the things. And I was thinking about the snails. And here the water is the Mariupol, the city where was Azovstal, and they are going to the city. They are going west to the more safe place. And this one is about being solitary. When you sleep for a long time in the forest, some seeds start to germinate under the snow. That means that this is a hope for a better life, that the things will change for better in one day. And I'll bring you to the silence water. This is what I was reading a poem to you. So that's it.
There's some work there that you are working on now, quite recently, or
most of them were very recent, like for the last 2.5 years, because before I have an absolutely different period in my art practice where I was mostly working with loving kindness and harmony, safety. My paintings were very light, full of love, full of beautiful things. But once my spiritual teacher told me, Olena, why are you not speaking the truth? Why are you not speaking the things you feel? Why are you not painting about the things that you feel for real, but you only speak about things that you want? And then I took it really closely to my heart, and it was a very hard decision for me to start revealing my real feelings and to the public, and really reveal my vulnerability and fragility and start to speak about those things.
And how is that for you now? Like, because the paint, how do you feel about that now? Sharing those things.
I understood that I'm not unique, because many people who come to my exhibitions and they see my pieces, they very often the people cry, and I see that their heart opens and it resonates with people. They say, oh my God, I feel the same, I know what you feel. Even in May I had a personal exhibition in Vantaa in Finland. It was called The Dreams About the Sleep. It was about the insomnia due to the war, and many people were literally crying at the exhibition, and they said, I know what you feel, because I had the same emotions, I had the same feeling. And like all of us, we can think that this unpleasant emotions can be unique only for us, but when we share them and we have the support from other people, that's a great power to get this support. It's like the circle of strength for all of us. Thanks.